that towers above your head.
Yes.
Here we are going camping. It is November 20th and I'm finally getting out to site number 14 to finish off the park. Oh, I should probably grab my trekking poles. I'll need those to keep my tent up. And this is my friend Katana. Say hi, Katana.
Hi.
Hi. We're coming out here just for one night, out and back to site number 14. Catch you on the trail. So we hit the trail. I was waiting for a rather large group of noisy teenagers to go past us because they were rather noisy. So here we are. We are heading to site number 14 and we're on the corridor trail on the boardwalk. Again, I think this is probably, I don't know. I think I did it like 4 or 5 times during my 2 weeks in here. Okay, so they're knocking down trees. Are we gonna yell at them? I'm gonna have to yell at them. So it's a bit chilly. I had some frost overnight, so the trail is actually crunchy. And it's going to be mushy as soon as everything starts to defrost, of course. How long do you think it'll take us to get in, Katana? Like 3 hours?
Maybe 3.
Yeah.
4. I mean, but lunch.
Yeah, I can't remember how long it took me to get to 3 before.
Last time I did it from the Big Salmon Lake trailhead took me about 50 minutes, and that was with talking to a lot of people.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so yeah, maybe it'll only just be a couple hours.
Yeah.
But look at the difference in the trees since I was here. All the trees are bare except for the evergreens, of course. And it's a little bit more cold. Got lots of layers though. And nice warm sleeping bag and a sleeping bag liner, nice warm new sleeping mat that hopefully lives up to its reputation. Because otherwise, I give up. trying not to get wet. And half the trail is swamp. Don't really want drenched shoes in sub-zero temperatures. Oh, no, looks like someone lost their footing here. You good?
Oh, a track, yeah.
Okay, so guess what? We are lost because we somehow either overshot and we're going up the wrong side of the lake. We want campsite 14, which is just below number 3. And if you remember my video from when I was trying to get to campsite number 3 before, there's no signs for how to get to campsite number 3. So apparently we missed a turnoff on the trail and we're heading in the wrong direction because it's me. And yeah, so we're gonna try and find our way. And if we have to go all the way back down to the parking lot, yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Don't know how well you can see that. Right there, Beaver has been busily working away at that birch tree. And when it gets up tonight to do, it'll finish it off. Okay, so we have figured out where we are now. Oh, look at this. So now we are back on the trail, figured out where we are, and now we are headed to number 3. I don't think we're far off from this. Well, we're heading to number 14, which is even closer than number 3. So we should be all right now. Wow, the water level is crazy high from what it was before. Katana's pack cover, also known as garbage bag, fell off, so we've been trying to track it down. I found it! Yay! Despite missing a turn and losing a pack cover, we made it to campsite 14. Yay! And we even have a couple or 3 hours of daylight, maybe. It's nice and quiet down here. There we go. I see the tent pad with lots of rocks on it. Good. Look at all this deadfall. And a raven. Okay, someone left us a shovel. It's brand new. Looks like never used. Yard Works shovel. That's why it's called a thunderbox. This is not gonna work. It's a little saggy. Hopefully it'll hold up in the wind. You know, it's a thunderbox. All shiny and new. Oh, looks like they even stained it. But we have fire. And smoke. So I'm just cold soaking for now. I have broccoli soup that I made and then dehydrated it. So I'm just waiting for that to rehydrate, and it's got some ham in there. So lots of good stuff. My GoPro battery got cold and went from like 32 down to 2 to off in about 2.5 seconds. So that's done. I'm right now warming up my fuel canister a bit so that I can warm up my soup. Yep, got a fire going though. And I have a bit of a soaker. My left foot is wet, so hopefully my shoe won't freeze overnight. I'll probably catch you in the morning. It's getting dark out. Which you can't really tell on the camera. Sunrise over Big Salmon Lake. This is the 5th sunrise I've seen on this lake. So I spent a miserably cold night. The Gear Doctor's sleeping pad that I bought, which is the 4th one I've bought this year alone, not 5.2 R value, probably not even a 1. I froze all night long. I was going to say froze to death, but obviously I'm not dead. I'm standing right here. It wasn't even that cold. It only went down to 4 degrees, and then about 3:30 this morning, I got tired of the cold, so I got up and I got my survival blanket, you know, those silver Mylar things, put that in my sleeping bag. That didn't even help. Had my puffy on. And then this morning at about 6:30, the temperature went down to 3. So, I mean, it didn't even get down to 0. Nothing is frozen. There's no frost. But that sleeping pad is not an R value 5.2. Hi, folks. Future Reba here. This is, gosh, a couple of weeks after that trip now, and I'm not exactly fair to the Gear Doctor's sleeping mat in this video and that little clip that I just showed you, because the conditions that night were just crazy wind. So the wind was coming up underneath the tent pad and just sucking all of the heat out of my tent and out of the sleeping pad. So the tent pad itself, you can see in the video, it's like 3 feet off the ground at the front where it's facing the lake, and then at the back it's nearly a foot off the ground, so there's no insulation. Had I been on solid ground, the conditions would have been different. I'm sure, I don't know how much warmer the sleeping pad would have been. There are mixed reviews online, and so I have had an email from the Gear Doctors, and they explained how they get to their R value of 5.2. I think I'm going to keep the pad and try it out again in the spring. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to get out at all this winter from now until probably sometime early spring. So anyway, I'm going to keep the Gear Doctor sleeping mat. I'm going to test it out again on solid ground, and in the meantime, I'm just going to suggest that you don't sleep on a wooden tent pad that's 3 feet up off the ground unless you can have some sort of natural insulation underneath you, because the wind just came right up underneath and my tent was just billowing out like, as I've been saying, Viking sails on a Viking ship. And it was just crazy, crazy windy all night long. And I don't think any sleeping mat would have performed too much differently, but I can't say for sure. I'll let you know if I get out in the springtime with it.
Earhart. He was the one that led the winter camping program, and the one that sadly, yeah, really nice guy. Got to know him. He would always come out when we go from the cousins, and come out and have a visit.